what's up? This is Anthony with AGT Exotics, and today we're going to finally rehouse these 9 balfouris. Here's the enclosure they're in, and we're going to move them into this 10-gallon. I've been putting it off for about a week now. You know, it's going to be possibly crazy, and you know, it could be very entertaining, or I could lose some. You never know what could happen. So let's get this done and cross our fingers and hope for the best. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so I'm in a big empty room with nothing in it, so it's going to be very echoey, but this is going to be the best way to do this so I don't lose any of these little guys. Here's the enclosure they're in at the moment. We're going to put them in this 10-gallon that I fixed up a couple weeks back. Got all my tools ready to go. Alright, let's do it. I'm going to scoot this over just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Got a bunch of catch cups, bunch of poking tools and tweezers and stuff, or tongs, whatever you want to call them. And the first thing I did was all of them scurried down in the depths. So this is going to be fun, I already know it. I got to be really careful. I've had a couple males in here for quite a while now, and I could run across egg sac or even babies. Who knows at this point? We're already getting someone getting crazy. Looks like one of the males. Sorry for the dark catch cup, so you really can't see it, but he's getting in there. There you go. I probably can't see him. See him drawn in here though. There we go. Got one in. Alright, let's start removing more of this webbing. Number 2. Looks like another male. Hopefully went right into the passageway I made there. We got a threat pose from one of the females. The two males have found each other and they're hanging out already. It's very cool. That's one thing I like about this species, is they're very buddy-buddy. This one's a female. All right, so we got three. Three done so far. Four, and that one, I think it's a female. That was pretty crazy. Hope you could hear that. Five. There should be 9 total. There's a huge cluster of doobies, all hanging out. Never got eaten. Ooh. I got lucky. This one's about to molt. He couldn't climb. Six. That one looks like a female that's about to molt again. going by the carapace coloration. We got another male there. Lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should be only 2 more. Number 8. Number 9. So I didn't lose any as far as deaths go. All right, there's number 9. And that one still needs to mold. Sorry guys. So we'll do a recount to make sure. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we got all of them. Now I'm going to close this and I'm going to look through this very thoroughly and see if I can find a sack or not, because I've had males in there for about 3 months already. And just in case, could have babies, or at least a sack. Alright, so I'm going to get this up on a table and so I can film it a little better and we can check them out while they're rehousing themselves, or, you know, finding where they're going to hang out and whatnot. So they were kind of scattered everywhere, but then I turned on the light to film and most of them went in the back. So let's put their cactus in there. They got their own little cactus. Oh yeah, here's the lid I made. It's got 2 handles and lots of holes. It's just a piece of plexiglass and it fits tightly in there. Oh, here we go. They're making darts for it. Alright, let's see if we can put this in there without getting attacked or losing one here. There we go. Alright. Got a live plant. I think it looks pretty darn cool. I'll bring the camera around here in a moment and show you the back and see what they're up to. Kind of just all grouping up, hanging out, cuddling. You know how they do it. How a balfouri is. So in the front right here, you can see there's kind of an opening that goes to the back that's at ground level. There's one sticking its head right out of there. Or, you know, it's coming out of there. So I'm happy that all of them lived. I put 9 in and pulled 9 out. Pretty darn cool. So there was no cannibalism whatsoever. And there was lots of dubia roaches inside the container that were all cuddled up, like 25 of them. They must have just got underneath the whole thing and just never got eaten. They were underneath where they could get to them, where the balfouris couldn't get them, I should say. They're all kind of just walking around, checking it out. I believe there is 2 or 3 males that are fully matured. There's one right there in the back wall. I don't know if you can see that because of the angle, but it's walking on the back wall there. I've only confirmed that I have 1 female so far by sexing a molt. Now it's one of my past videos a couple weeks back. I believe that's a female right there. So far, the one that I checked, it had a slightly blue carapace, and it was a female. But the ones that are definitely males, they have a very, very blue carapace. Then I have a bunch that still have like a cream color carapace. So I believe the cream color carapace is the unmatured ones. I believe this is a male right here. We got one coming over the back here. This is pretty cool. Oh, there's another male. So 3 males for sure. Oh, look how pretty that one is. Wow. Amazing. I should try to get some photographs of it. This is when you do get your best coloration with a balfouri. This is a nice mature male. And he took off, hiding underneath that other I'm not sure if that's a male or a female or just immature. Hopefully one of those other bright blue ones comes forward and we'll get another photograph of it. And I don't have a card in my camera. We gotta fix that right away. Luckily it's sitting right here. Oh, here's that male too. Really bright coloration. Oh, it didn't really pop with the color. Yep, you can see his little little deals here for. I need to figure out what they're called for mating. I did know at one point. I did film them mating last night. I seen two of them interlocking their front feet, kind of tapping like that. And I went up and witnessed them mating. I did film it, but it's very, very low light. I'll probably show it if it looks good enough. Alright, so my balfouris are breeding, or mating, whatever you want to call it. They're quite small. They're only, I'd say, 3.5, 4 inches at most. There he goes there. He's sticking his pedipalps underneath. I just turned off the light maybe a minute ago. Just sprayed some water, so a bunch are out drinking as well. We got 4 out total. Very cool. Sorry about the lighting, but I don't want to increase the lighting. Don't want to disturb them. I was over there watching TV, and I seen a bunch of tapping. They were like wrestling their front feet together. So I realized what was going on. Oh, there he goes there. I don't know if we can see, but I'm freehanding this, so it may be a little bit wobbly, but I guess they're done. So I guess the balfouri females aren't very aggressive to the males. That's pretty cool. I'm going to rehouse them very shortly. Possibly tomorrow or the next day. Well, I guess that's it. I have a UV filter on here just to keep the lens safe, but I think it's really deteriorating my photographs. And I'm trying to shoot through this glass, which is probably not helping either. Got a slight reflection from these big lights. None of these photographs are coming out very good, unfortunately. Got a decent one of a male, but it's still not very good. That one's okay. This is pretty neat though, just watching them walk around on a tee that you never see. Well, I do see them, but only like one or two at a time. What I'm planning to do is put a kind of a bright light on this front edge here to encourage them to make their nest behind, because I do have it all set up for them to do that back there. Let's try to get this male again here. That's a decent one. Still, those blues aren't popping though. Alright, so I'm gonna just film them for a bit, just doing their thing, and we'll see if we can time lapse it or whatnot and see how it looks. Alright, so that was pretty awesome. It went fairly smooth, no hiccups, no problems, no losses. All 9 were there, which was awesome. I wasn't really sure because when you have a balfouri communal, you only see 2 to 4 at a time or something like that, so you really can't count them, and they all look the same for the most part, except for if they're a male or a female and they're mature. So that was pretty darn awesome that that went so well. And one thing that was pretty cool, I couldn't film it, I tried to, but it was kind of dark and I didn't want to disturb them, was, well, I was doing a time-lapse at the time as well. But 2 were mating, so that was pretty neat. It was only maybe a half an hour after the rehousing, so they're fairly carefree as a species with not much disturbs them. They don't get stressed out, so that's pretty neat. So I just want to thank you guys for checking out my rehousing. It was quite the experience, and hopefully we'll get some more footage of them doing some stuff in there, maybe webbing and maybe more breeding videos would be pretty cool. So we'll see what we can come up with. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next Tuesday. And right here is the subscribe button. Right there is a video for you. And right there's the AGT Exotics playlist. See you guys next time.